Reporting tonight.
Ijoma Oyato.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, PDP leaders in desperate move to rescue party following crisis ignited by breakaway faction. Factional PDP claims to receive massive support, promises to cooperate with the party's elders. Federal government asks security agencies to work towards preservation of nation's key assets. And France accuses the Syrian government of chemical attack on Damascus.
And on business news tonight, NATI appeals to the federal government for more cash call requirement for the oil industry.
And on sports news tonight, Cardiff City handed Sazir Demunge a lifeline. Newly promoted English Premier League side signed the embattled striker on a 3-year deal.
The federal government has restated its commitment to providing critical infrastructure in all areas of the economy in order to accelerate the development of the nation. Addressing participants at a gathering on the protection of critical national assets and infrastructure, the Vice President, Namadi Sambo, urged security agencies to work together to protect the nation's assets.
These are officials of the country's security agencies at a gathering to discuss how to improve protection of the nation's assets and infrastructure. Vice President Namadi Sambo, who declared the forum open, advised security agencies to step up their game in protecting the nation's assets.
The development of national infrastructure remains a core element of our transformation agenda. To this end, we have prioritized investment in electricity generation, transmission and distribution, oil and gas production, transportation and distribution, telecommunications, water supply, agriculture, public health, mass transit system, and financial services.
The Minister of Power and the Group Managing Director of the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation decried the vandalization of national assets by criminally minded persons.
I have always considered this unleashing of vandalism and terrorism on our critical national assets and infrastructure as a moral equivalent of war.
Therefore, any threat to the sector is a threat to us all and must not be taken lightly or allowed to persist.
Although terrorism and vandalism are two major issues confronting the nation, the National Security Advisor and the Commandant of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps pledged their commitment to combat the menace.
The potency of the threats of terrorism, militancy, oil theft, vandalism and sabotage to our critical national assets and infrastructure has now become unprecedented.
We are trying to put in place necessary mechanism towards ensuring support of all, towards working together and relating and sharing information, towards fighting it simultaneously.
The two-day event will, among other issues, examine strategies for the protection of Nigeria's critical national assets and infrastructure, including the role of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in protection of such assets. Omelogo Nadi, Channels Television News.
Now we begin our look at politics with the ongoing intrigue in the People's Democratic Party after some governors and other key members of the party staged a walkout at its national convention in Abuja on Saturday. After the walkout, they announced the formation of a new PDP, which they say will right the wrongs of the party. The events which have followed have seen the party's leadership initiate a reconciliation process, offering to investigate the matter. Well, we do apologize for the problems we seem to be having there. We'll do something about it and then bring you that story. That's our lead story on politics. We're going to move on for the moment and look at the leadership tussle within the National Youth Council of Nigeria, which has led to the emergence of 3 factions of the group. The crisis led to the sack of the Minister of Youth Development, Inwa Abdul Kadir. The Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Dr. Ruben Abati, said the President was disappointed with the handling of the Youth Council's election by the Ministry of Youth Development, which resulted in the divisions within the group.
The National Youth Council of Nigeria has the overall objective of policy formulation and implementation on issues bordering on youth development in Nigeria. Though a non-governmental organization, the group is nationally recognized as the umbrella body for the mobilization of Nigerian youths for action. However, the body appears to be in disarray as different faction of the council has laid claim to the leadership of the group.
By sacking the former Minister of Youth Development, after finding out the truth that surrounded the sham of the National Youth Council of Nigeria elections in Makurdi, which precipitated into a crisis which only the Mina Congress was able to resolve.
The latest twist is the suspected involvement of the sacked Minister of Youth Development. Spokesman to the President, Dr. Ruben Abati, said the President was displeased with the management of the group's election, which has further polarized it.
We were not surprised as youth of this country and as the President of the youth. I don't think it's a welcome development, because apart from the election, when you are talking about transformation, we are seeing it in other sectors. We are yet to see anything in the youth sector.
The decision to remove or to relieve the Minister of Youth is solely federal government decisions, and it has nothing to do with the National Youth Council. Sometimes, if as a chief executive of companies or as a chief executive organization, it's a discretion to, maybe it's for administrative convenience or maybe it's normal cabinet change here and there. So I don't think I have any idea about that.
The body serves as liaison body between Nigerian youths and the government. The council looks forward to the resolution of the crisis in the interest of Nigerian youths. Paul Nwachukwu, Channels Television News.
The Nigerian Medical Association has offered to constitute a board to ascertain the true health status of the Taraba State Governor, Dambaba Suntai. After its National Executive Council meeting in Abuja, the NMA President, Mr. Osahon Onabulele, said the proposed board would provide experts to bring an end to the lingering political crisis in the state. The NMA also urged the National Assembly to urgently establish the Office of the Surgeon General of Nigeria, who can independently assess the medical fitness of public and political office holders. The association gave the federal government a 21-day ultimatum with effect from Monday, September the 2nd, 2013, that's today, to address the challenges surrounding the nation's health sector, including non-payment of wages to doctors and health workers.
We are only calling for the position of Surgeon General, who will stand on the side of the Nigerian people and even help to guide us on our health-seeking behaviors and attitudes. Inform Nigerians ahead of time of disasters that may emerge within the health domain. These are several responsibilities.
In part 2, after the break, 8 people killed in Kaura local government area of Kaduna State, gunmen suspected to be herdsmen. That's in a moment. Do join us again.